few months ago, we talked about capsule wardrobes and sewing. There was a ton of interest in this idea of easy ways to put together a closet that actually works for you when you're sewing. Today, I want to go a little bit deeper into that conversation and talk specifically about making a capsule wardrobe that's great for fall and is also great for workwear. We've given some examples of summer capsule wardrobes. We've talked about beginner-friendly capsule wardrobes, and we've even talked about capsule wardrobes that you can pack with you on vacation. And if you want to see any of those videos, I'll link them in the description box for you. But today, let's focus in on workwear. We get up in the morning, we gotta go to work, and it might be nice to just have a set formula for things that go together that you've made with your own two hands that you know fit and feel great and that are ready for you. Before we dive too deep into the 5 patterns that I picked as a great fall workwear capsule, let me talk a little bit about what is a capsule and how do we make one? What's the formula for making one? And you can reference back to a video that I did a few months ago about the basics of making a capsule wardrobe. And I'll link that in the description box below, but this is what the thumbnail looks like for that series that we did. It was super helpful and people really got a lot of value from this concept. So let's talk about our formula and some of the things that you want to keep in mind when you're making a capsule wardrobe. So a capsule is essentially just a collection. It's kind of like going through all of the hard parts about putting an outfit together right at the beginning, and then using that formula and the selections make picking out what you're going to wear in the morning a little bit easier. Especially great for, the work morning rush. So it really makes things easy because you've already made all the hard decisions beforehand, including your fabric, the options that you've picked. And so a lot of times with the sewing pattern, there's so much possibility there that it's hard to narrow things down. To me, it's like analysis paralysis. If I have so many options, it's like I have no options because I just get stuck. So a capsule wardrobe helps you get unstuck. So just a couple of things to keep in mind as you're picking out a capsule. You're going to want to have some of your basic pieces, and usually you're going to have a kind of bottoms, you're going to have a kind of top, you're going to have maybe like a topper, and then maybe a couple of things that are interesting or fun, and maybe a piece that's just like a one piece, like a dress or like a jumper that kind of takes a lot of the questions about pairing things together out of the mix. So those are the essential components of a capsule and why it's useful. Some of the things that we talked about in the capsule wardrobe series were about like picking fabric that works together and kind of working on your colors. And so check out those videos for an extra resource if you want to continue making your own capsule wardrobe. So in this video, I'm just going to talk about 5 patterns, including our featured Pianoforte, that I think would make a great capsule wardrobe because they kind of work together. And they work together for workwear in fall. And the first of these pieces that we're going to hone in on is Bridget Trousers. This is a great piece for a fall workwear capsule wardrobe. One of the reasons why I decided to just speak about this topic specifically was because I was getting ready for our newest pattern release, which is the Bridget Trousers. They are a pattern that we're making in collaboration with Whitney of Tomcat Stitchery, and these are, if nothing else, they should be labeled as the quintessential workwear friendly piece. And you'll be able to get your hands on that pattern very soon. And let's just give you a quick little rundown of some of the features of these zip up pants. These pants are intended for knit fabrics, but with stability. So that's like your Ponte. I sewed these in a scuba suede and they are amazing. They do have a fly zip and a button. I did like a little slide bar tack button. And you could do just a regular buttonhole with a nice big button as well.
On the back, you'll see that there are darts to conform to the shape of your body. There are also welt pockets that you can make either fully functional or faux. I love the sleek waistband, and I like the chunky hem at the bottom. Great workwear pants, and you can get your hands on them next week.
I was getting ready for today's Feature Friday, and I was also finishing up my pair of Bridget Trousers, which turned out fabulous, by the way. And I was plunking on a top that I was like, oh, this would work for both the Pianoforte as well as the trousers. And then I was like, this would make a workwear capsule. This would be like the best collection to put together for workwear, because they are polished but still like fit in a way that's not restricting. They would be comfortable but still look nice and tailored. And I think that is kind of like the theme that brought this topic into my head.
Bridget Trousers are a great place to start for a workwear capsule wardrobe, and I think Pianoforte Jumper has also earned its spot in this collection as well.
One of the fundamental parts of that particular collection of capsule wardrobe ready pieces is today's feature pattern, and that's Pianoforte Jumper. Now, for those of you outside of the US, you typically probably think of jumper as being a sweater, but in North America, at least in our region, jumper is often talking about a piece, almost like a dress that goes over a top. And that's what, I mean, me and Tammy used to wear when we were little. We would wear jumpers for our family pictures, and it's a style of garment that I think has gained in popularity, and it's especially great for the fall. It's lovely in corduroy and twill, and I think it would make a great part of a workwear capsule. So today you can pick up the Pianoforte pattern. It has several options with it, and the crowning feature I feel like for this pattern is those angled deep pockets. These pockets are so functional and cute, and they're kind of like a little motif that you might be seeing through some of the Love Notions patterns lately. I just love this design feature. It is so pretty. It is functional and just really speaks to me, and it's particularly great for workwear. I mean, if you're a teacher, having those nice, really deep pockets, wonderful. Really, if you're doing anything you want to stick your phone in, those pockets are wonderful. There are a couple other features with this pattern that I think are really useful. I love the faced neckline. It's got kind of like a soft V. And there's also an option to make it a zipper front, which I think is so cool. So this is like the ultimate fall pattern. And I think because it's so polished, it would be great for any workwear wardrobe. You can get that pattern for just $6 today as our Feature Friday. Make sure that you jump on that as soon as possible and add it into your collection.
So we've discussed a jumper and a pair of trousers, and we can't wear these on our own. So let's start making some outfits. And our next pattern is going to be great for both of these, or even to wear on its own as a dress. And that's Lenox Top and Dress. This is a knit fabric sewing pattern that features lovely princess seams as well as a square or sweetheart neckline. This top would look great with Bridget Trousers, and it would also look fabulous underneath the Pianoforte Jumper. Lenox was really top of mind for me right now because I recently did a piece on raising a neckline and how easy that can be. And Lenox really shows off this idea of using a piece that's comfortable but interesting, and I think it'll make a great piece for a capsule wardrobe, especially as a top for your Bridget Trousers or underneath the Pianoforte Jumper. The other great thing about this pattern is that the print version is available and is available for a flat rate $6 shipping to anywhere in the United States. So we've got Bridget Trousers, we have the Pianoforte Jumper, and then we have one top to go with those with Lenox. Let's add another top into the mix just for some variety, and that's going to be the Arlington Sweater. I love Arlington for the variety of sleeves and necklines that it offers, and I think each of these pieces could go together and give a completely different look. Whereas Lenox offers the lower necklines like the sweetheart and the square neck, Arlington is all about giving some more coverage and coziness, so it's perfect for fall. And so, of course, you could wear this alone as a dress, which would be really fun, or wear it as a turtleneck with Bridget Trousers, or as the mock neck, turtleneck, cowl neck with your Pianoforte. You might think that that capsule wardrobe for fall workwear is complete, but I would challenge you to add one more piece, and that is the Metra Blazer. A capsule wardrobe always works great with some kind of topper, and I think that the Metra Blazer would be the perfect cozy fall workwear piece to add as the icing on the cake. So Metra Blazer would be great for fall and especially for workwear. It's fun and functional. It's interesting yet cozy and classic. So it's a great balance of everything. Speaking about function, look at these pockets. They're humongous and they're all integrated into the collar, which I think is so unique and useful and just sews up like a dream. You can choose from 2 different collar versions. There's the shawl collar that I've got here, as well as more of a wide lapel collar. We've got some of the same motifs in here with the princess seams as we have in some of our other patterns that we've already got in this collection. So I think there's lots of design elements that are repeating in fun ways that make this interesting. Don't sleep on the printed version of this pattern, which you can get for $6 flat rate shipping, no matter how many patterns you purchase. And it also has a course with it. So many ways people have worn this and absolutely love it. So it's great for a workwear capsule wardrobe. And any of the outfits that we already mentioned and discussed already, like Bridget Trousers plus the Lenox or the Pianoforte plus Arlington, Metra Blazer will top any of these off with ease. And while we've covered the basics of the capsule wardrobe for fall workwear, I wanted to give you a quick sneak peek about another pattern that would be perfect in this collection. And that's the new vests that we've got that are in testing right now. They'll be available later this month, so keep your mind open as you start shopping and getting all of your plans together for a fall capsule wardrobe for work.
So there you have it. There's my 5 patterns that I would pick out for a capsule wardrobe workwear edition in fall. And you could do that. You could do every season. You could kind of mix it up and have your own formula ready to go for you. Or you could just try it out and see if this is even a style or a solution that works for you, because not everything works for everybody. But I know that if I was going into an office every day, this would be a huge help for me in narrowing down my choices and making my mornings easier. I know that for many people, they're getting up early in the morning and they need something polished, professional, something that looks tailored and put together, and they don't want to have to think too hard about it. So I think that's why a capsule wardrobe for workwear makes so much sense. We've got lots of fun things coming for you, including the Bridget Trousers. You are definitely going to want to open your email on Tuesday for your first chance to get this brand new pattern. We think it is fabulous, especially for workwear, especially for that polished piece to add as just an essential. And then stay tuned as well, because later in the month we have another new set of patterns coming for you. Questions, give me any comments, suggestions, any thoughts that you have in the comments below. We love to hear from you. Between now and Tuesday, I hope that you find some time to sew up the Pianoforte and add that pattern into your wardrobe for lots of functional and fun sewing. Make sure that you like this video, that you follow along for more with Love Notions, and subscribe to our channel for more sewing inspiration. I'm so glad that I get to sew with you. Bye.